Okay. Hey, folks. Welcome to this recap with Gino. I know what's for luck, right? Doing the last 3 days. I'm going to be covering Impact Wrestling's slamaversiry due to the fact that not a lot of people like to cover Impact for some reason. I've noticed, and they have a very good roster. I think I'd put it on par with the AEW's. The only difference is they have an actual women's division that's good and some very good upper talent. Not as great as AEW's, but there's some good guys there. That being said, we're doing Slamaverisery 2025, and there's a huge surprise that AJ Styles is going home. Now, I don't know if he's going to be involved in anything. I'm going to check out the pay-per-view at another time. But for the first time in, God, what, 10 years or so now? AJ Styles is going home. For those of you who don't know what I mean, AJ Styles is going back to the place that made him famous. Um, Impact is going to start off with a pre-show match of Steve Macklin, Jake Something, and Mance Warner versus the Rope Breakers, oh Christ Almighty. It's Enzo Amore, Zilla Fatu, and Josh Bishop. Hine's going to win this match. I really don't care to talk much more about it because I don't want to give Enzo Amore the time of day. I think the guy's an annoying piece of garbage. He just overstays welcome in wrestling in general, in my personal opinion. Plus, I'm a big fan of what's it called, Mance Warner. And also Steve Macklin, formerly of NXT. It's unfortunate for Zilla Fatu that he's associated with the real one, Enzo Amore. But other than that, should be a decent match. Besides Enzo Amore, because Enzo Amore is complete and utter dog shit. Personal opinion. And say what else they want after that. Following that, we have the Ash by Elegance brand with M by Elegance taking on the influence, inspiration, whatever you want to call them. I call them the Iconics, Jesse McKay and um, Peyton Royce in WWE. Boy, I can't remember what her name is now. Give me 1 second. Justin McKay and Casey Lee. Sean, aka Mrs. Spears, aka Mrs. Sean Spears' wife. For those of you that don't know, um, we are like best friends, former NXT Tag Team Champions and soon to be Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. I believe they will be the first people in wrestling history to pull off this feat because they're former NXT Tag Team Champions, former Raw Tag Team, Women's Tag Team Champions on the main roster, and now they're going to be the first, or what's called the current Impact Women's Tag Team Champions. That's my personal prediction. Um, I don't know a lot of people for me talk about this, but I've talked privately about it. Dana Brooke has been doing this for 12 years, and she is 12 years into the future of what NJ is going to be because neither one of them are good. Or Ash Bradley against whatever you want to tell. Dana Brooke is absolute dog shit. She's kind of future NJ because that's what people that like NJ are going to have to look into the future, in my personal opinion. But that's just me. I love the inspiration, the iconics, Peyton, Billy, whatever you want to call them. Now Casey and Billy, or Jesse, sorry, because it's Jesse McKay. She's using a real name. They both are. Um, Very cool. They walked away for a while to have children. They've had their kids, and now they're back. Both these girls are very good in the ring. I feel bad for Heather by Elegance because Heather Reckless is very good, as is M by Elegance, a very good wrestler. She just recently, actually, M by Elegance, who goes by a different name, which I cannot recall right at the top of my head right now, just yesterday had a match with Elena Black on the Independence. You should go check that out. Very, very, very good match. All right, guys, let's go right into the main card now, as we're gonna get Moose versus Leon Slater, and I use this match this word a lot. We have a contender for match of the year. Both these guys are incredible in the ring. So I was just trying to think of a way to phrase it, which I couldn't phrase it any better. I know Simon Miller, shout out to Simon Miller, hates people that pause and talk yeah, and like that. I'm not gonna lie, I do sometimes, and it's just instinct. I apologize. I'm dodging around the what I think is gonna happen. Does Moose drop this belt and go to WWE, go to NXT? Does Moose drop this? Does Moose not drop this belt? Leon Slater is absolutely incredible. He's like the British version of Javon Evans over in NXT. This dude's got such a bright future. He's charismatic as fuck. He's been with the Hardys for quite a bunch of time now. And you guys know what I think about Moose. Moose is incredible, absolutely incredible in the ring. The things that dude does for the guy his size, insane. I also forgot to mention this for the X Division title. A title AJ Styles made famous. So does AJ come out here and challenge the winner and win that belt and bring it back to WWE? Does he interfere in that match and help Leon Slater win? I don't know. Um, that being said, I kind of wanted to lead towards Moose, but I could see them putting the title on Leon Slater, and the system's starting to struggle a little bit and collapse. But I also see the system turning heel. I mean face now, because I don't know if you guys saw NXT this week. The system actually went face to face with Dark State, and due to that, we have a system versus Dark State match on this pay per view as well. But my prediction for this match is Moose. Following that, like I said, we have Dark State, Dion Lennox, Osiris Griffin, Shaquan Sugars, and Jake Cutler. Jake Cutler James, sorry, Jake Cutler, thinking the best quarterback, versus Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona, and the system. Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and Fandango with Alicia Edwards. Um, hmm. Does the system go back to back and win both? Hmm. Does Dark State win another match in Charlotte Drummond's? I don't think Dark State's lost yet, have they? Not that I can think of. They had a thing on NXT for a while, and then they just quietly disappeared, and then they randomly reappeared back on Impact. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to go this way. Um, Zack Ryder, Fandango in the system. I refuse to call him Matt Cardona. Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, Fandango, and Eddie Edwards. So we got Matt Cardona, JDC, Brian Myers, and Eddie Edwards versus the system. Hmm. Interesting match. I mean, versus the Dark State. Dark State, very good team. Saquon Sugars is good. The big man Osiris Griffin, very, very, very good. Cutler has shown some things. Dion Lennox is decent. Let's go with. I'm gonna go Dark State. That's my prediction for that match. Following that, we have probably the match of the night without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. Tessa Blanchard and Tessa Blanchard with Victoria Crawford versus Indy Hardwell. This is a 7-year thing of making. It's gonna be Tessa Blanchard, in my opinion, the second best wrestler in the world next to Io Sky. Indy Hardwell's been very good for a long time. She's only gotten better. It's kind of crazy these three Australians are all in the same card together. And they're all Australian women, which is even more insane. Shout out to Neil Dashwood for leading the way for all these girls to make it in the mainstream. Shout out to Megan Madison Eagles. Look up that name for making women's wrestling popular in Australia. Madison Eagles is a legend who never got her spotlight properly. The girl's absolutely insane. If you don't know the name, go look it up and look at the videos. And as a matter of fact, I think she trained all three of these girls. Um, I don't know if Impact wants to go with this. Is Victoria Crawford, aka Foxy, Alicia Fox, play a role in this and have Tessa? Does Indy Hardwell win clean? Does Tessa win clean? I don't think Tessa can win clean. I think Victoria Crawford's going to play a role in this matchup, and we're going to have Tessa win, and this feud's going to continue a bit longer, and Indy's going to get her win back. That's my personal opinion. Following that, we're going to have Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. These are four former WWE, NXT, WWE Cruiserweight champions. Both these guys beat the ever-living fuck out of Enzo Amore, so I like them even more. The whole crew's back with Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali is criminally underrated. Cedric Alexander is absolutely insane. If you guys have never seen that video highlight of him doing the lumbar check to Cedric to Candice Arrego check, or as Michael Cole says, Candice Michelle. Mhm. Go check it out. You get so much air on this thing. Like, this guy is absolutely crazy, the things he could do. I kind of wish he was in the hurt business, but I understand why it's MJF there. Makes a lot more sense. This is going to be one of the best matches on the card. Both these guys are insane. If you like the flippy dippy doodah stuff, which I kind of do from time to time, these guys are extremely good at it. Will Mustafa Ali's cabinet play a role helping him, or maybe they see the light and they upset Jack Alexander, get away from this cycle? Mustafa Ali, I don't know. Either way, um, I have a lot of heels and faces both winning on this card, don't I? I'm gonna have to go Cedric Alexander. That's my gut feeling. All right, following that, we're going to have the Nemeths, Nick and Ryan versus the Hardy Boys versus the Rascals, which is going to be Marin Ryan and Zachary Wentz versus First Class, AJ Francis and Casey Navarro. The Nemeth is Ryan Nemeth, the Hollywood hunk, and his brother Dolph Ziggler. Dolph, don't call me Nick Nemeth Ziggler. Um, right now we're gonna cross First Class out of this because they're both shit. The Rascals are good. The Hardys are past their best before date. It's a very interesting match. Very, very interesting match. Oof. This one's probably the toughest one on the entire card to call for me because I don't know which way this goes. I keep hearing the Hardys want to go back to WWE for one more run, so there's that possibility. There's also a rumor that Dolph Ziggler may be headed back to the Fed soon. Ryan Nemeth is suited where he should be suited. The Rascals are a very good team. But if they win the tag team titles, that's cause a rift due to the one Trey Miguel being injured and not being able to compete with that cause a rift, and then a feud between those three. And like I said, First Class should nowhere be near any titles, especially AJ Francis. That guy's absolute utter dog shit. I've said that about a few people, and I stand by what I say. Um, that being said, as I do the theory in my head here, I could see the Hardys winning to get one more nostalgic run in Impact, but that means they can't go back to WWE because they're very, 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 very near the end. Especially Jeff. God bless that man for doing what he's done in his career. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go. I could see the Nemesis winning. I could see First Class winning due to being dirty, dirty, dirty. I could see the Rascals winning and causing a rift in the team. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go with the Nemesis. Let's play it safe. Following that, winner takes all, Master Slamovich versus JC Jane. JC Jane had a very up and down weekend and then a very bad Tuesday. She was defeated by Blake Monroe, beat Jordan Grace, was defeated by Master Slamovich, was outstanding in all three of those matches. That being said, Master Slamovich pinned her in NXT, so does JC Jane get her win back? Does Master's beat her twice down? JC's never beat Masha. It's kind of like Rio and EAO. Um, but does WWE take another title from Impact? Or does Impact get their gold back and they get to take the title from WWE, making them work to get it back? Or do they have some kind of funky finish where neither person loses their belt? Like maybe Tessa interferes, or the girls from Fatal Influence interfere, or I don't even know. I don't know how they're gonna work this. So I'm trying to dig around it. Now thinking about it in my head, I'm going to say that there's gonna be a disqualification. Tessa Blanchard's gonna interfere, and both girls keep their belts, and we get Tessa versus Masha again. Following that, we're having Joe Hendry versus Mike Santana versus Trick and A, the TNA champion, Trick Williams. We obviously know Trick's dropping the belt. I just don't know who he's dropping it to. Me personally, I think Joe Henry's going to the WWE. Uh, and Mike Santana is extremely good and has been on the run of his career. I truly think this dude deserves the title. He's been as good as he's been since he's left LAX. And Ortiz behind. As a matter of fact, I don't think Ortiz even wrestles anymore. If he does, nobody hears from him. Clearly, Mike Santana was the better of the two. If he's been able to feature this high in the card, and Ortiz is nowhere to be found. Um, if Trick Williams drops the belt tonight, He's dropping it to Mike Santana. That's my personal opinion. All right, guys, you let me know what you think in your comments below. Like I said, I think AJ Styles is going to get involved in that X Division Championship if he's coming home, and that's a title he made famous. Um, I'm going to leave it at that note right there. I know you guys let me know what you think. Give me your predictions if you want on the card, and we'll talk to you maybe Tuesday this week. All right, bye, guys.